Today we are in Oklahoma, and we're gonna kind of get off the beaten path, as they might say, and visit some forgotten communities, maybe some small towns. We're in Avant, Oklahoma right now to start the day, and got this cool bridge right here behind me. Got the dogs barking at us, and we're not gonna visit towns incorporated like Avant, but we are gonna see what's between here and Kansas. This is Osage County, a lot of Native American history in this area. I've done some other stuff in Osage County, kind of like Killers of the Flower Moon area. It's a very large county and very kind of wide open in a lot of ways. So a lot of backroads today. We'll see if we can find remnants of the history of this area and see what we can learn. So we're starting in Avant right there. We're gonna head this way towards Barnsdall. You see all the little dots on the map. We're gonna head up this way. Just basically dots. We don't know quite what they are, so I have to go there and try to figure it out. Probably end somewhere up here later today. You can see the border with Kansas.
You can see where we're starting the day there in Avant. We're going to take a short trip a couple miles up the road and check out Wolco. Then over to Gilland. You'll see there's a lake there. Then up to Barnsdall.
So Gilland on the map is just this little dot, and I came down this road, and it's a dead end right here. But you can see an old bridge over there. And on the map, the road kind of continues on the other side, so it's possible to come down the other way and see what's over there, but it's probably just another dead end to that bridge. So Gilland might be just a little community people lived and not much information about it online. So I was just over there by the bridge, and as I came back, I saw the railroad here, and there's a trail, railroad grade. So obviously Gilland was probably a stop on the railroad, may not have been much more than that, and then a little community developed around it. So it's like a nice place to take a hike. Not really filming in any incorporated towns today, but Barnsdall here, it's got a really cool downtown that I just drove through. But I stopped here because they have the world's only Main Street oil well, completed March 16, 1914. It's pretty unique. Definitely a lot of oil history in this part of Oklahoma. The only Main Street oil well in the world. Pretty cool.
Got three little dots on the map here. Tallant or Tallant, Pershing, and Nelagoney. Check those out next.
So coming down the road from Tallant, there's a cool old sign, I'm guessing for the school here in Pershing. Beautiful big school. This community had a post office from 1919 to 1957, and you've seen that on some of the other communities because that's when the oil would have been going big time in that 1920 range, and then a few decades later that's all gone and the schools consolidate and people move away. So that's the story of Pershing as well. But what a beautiful old school. Next stop is Nelagoney, and you can see the oil work being done down there. And there's a lot of residential houses, and basically this is the one historic old building I've found. I don't know if this was the main street, must have been. Nelagoney had a post office from like 1906, I believe, into the 50s, like some of these other towns, so a little older in terms of the post office. So maybe it was something before the oil boom hit this area.
You can see where we're at in relation to Pawhuska and Barnsdall, and you can see we're going to take these back roads east towards Barnsdall this time. We're going to skip past Hulah Rock because there's a wildlife preserve there. There's an admission fee. Might be a good video some other day, but didn't want to spend too much time there. It would take quite a while to explore that area. So we're going to go up towards Barnsdall, then we're going to head west, check out Torpedo, Fite, and Okesa.
So this one's a little bit of a mystery. On the map it says Torpedo, and there's not much here except for a couple houses. There's some old stones right there. But There's also a sign that says Torpedo Switch. Now it looks like on the map there's an old railroad grade that would come through here, somewhere through here, so maybe it's right there. Maybe those old stones have something to do with it. But torpedo has to do with kind of oil drilling. Torpedo drilling was what they would fill a canister with nitroglycerin and drop it down in the hole and have it make a more explosive effect. And it's very dangerous, definitely before regulations in that field. And probably how they got the name here, because oil is everywhere around here. So never had a post office, but cool that they got a sign here about Torpedo Switch. That's probably related to the railroad having a switch.
So we're going to head back west on Highway 60 from Okesa. These two dots over here, Opa and Nanos, I couldn't find anything about them online, and there's nothing there as you drive through them. So maybe someone can inform me as to why those two dots are on the map. I have no idea why. So we'll go ahead and skip that, head up to these other dots up here, Big Heart, Herd, and Bowring.
Finding a lot of nothing in the last few dots on the map, but that's part of the adventure. Sometimes you go to places like Pershing and see that school and a couple old buildings and you had no idea that would be there, and then you go to like Big Heart and you just go down a road and it's basically a dead end and a house there. So that's kind of the way it goes, but hopefully we'll find some more stuff ahead. Cattle guard.
our final leg of the trip, we're gonna go on east over there a little bit, almost to Washington County, to see what Hulah is all about. And you can see there's the Hulah Lake. And then we're gonna take a little back road up through there. There's Whippoorwill, Oak Ridge. We're gonna finish the day in Boulangerville. You can see how close we are to the Kansas border.
This will bring us to the end of our trip here in Boulangerville, or just Boulanger. It seems like on the map it's Boulangerville. And when you get here, it just says Boulanger, even on kind of the official sign. I guess you call that official sign in town, and then at the fire department. So maybe their name was just long enough and they didn't need the Ville. But definitely when you come to the cemetery, you can see all the Boulangers in the cemetery. So definitely I can see why they named the town that. And yeah, so that'll bring us to an end. We're just a few miles from Kansas. There's a little town called Elgin, Kansas. And that's kind of just on the other side of the border there. But pretty interesting day. You know, a lot of finding not much in some of the towns, but also some real hidden gems. You know, some old buildings, some old schools, some really desolate areas here in Osage County. So hope you enjoyed riding along, and next time I will see you down a back road. Now that you made it to the end of that video, let me tell you about some of the extras on the channel. One of the things you can do is become a member. There are 3 levels of support. There's supporter, producer, and executive producer levels. All 3 have different levels of fun incentives and perks. If you haven't done so, please check out travelwiththewiseguy.com. There are lots of extras on there to explore. One of them is merchandise. We have Travel with the Wiseguy coffee mugs, Death Go Round t-shirts, hoodies, hats, and all sorts of fun things to show your support of this channel. Also on the website is a custom Google map. I've dropped pins in every place I've visited and linked the episode to each location. This seems to be a very popular feature for many of you. Also, sign up for my free newsletter that goes out about once a month. There are all sorts of links and tidbits on this page, old videos, podcasts, and just about everything I can think of I throw on the website. For all that information and more, go to travelwiththewiseguy.com. And now, the reason you're probably here, the outtakes. Didn't think I'd find anything today, but in Bowring we found a old school death go round. See how she spins. Spins really well. It's got one arm broken right there, but that spins really well. 7.7.